A lot of times when I talk about money, some people will tell you that, look, money is not everything. Look, you like money a lot. Maybe you like poverty. Poverty, don't play with poverty. As far as I'm concerned, poverty is one of my driving force. I knew how I was raised, and I when I think back, I don't want to go back to that level again. Okay, so many people will tell you that they started from zero to hero. Okay, and you keep doubting. These are some of the things that are eating you up. So let me not deliberate more on that, but please, before you start learning, you need to see what are you actually learning. The knowledge you are actually concentrating on now, is it actually helping you? Many of us, perhaps you are in school now, perhaps in 100 level, 200 level, 300 level. Of course, you will think to yourself that you are learning. Perhaps you are a graduate now. Maybe I'm preparing for NYSC already in your PPA, place of primary assignment 7. But the question you are not asking yourself is that the knowledge you have acquired over the years, and even currently where you are serving, if you happens to be one, how is it able to help you? Is it just to speak English language? Or is it just to be able to, what exactly can you produce out of that knowledge? Now start thinking the other alternative of knowledge you can venture into that can actually make you productive. And that's why for me, it was e-commerce that works for me. For me, it was marketing that works for me. And doing it right online helps to change my narratives. Okay, a lot of us, we are so naive. I posted something a while, I think about 3 days ago, and somebody was like, are you sure? I don't get it. Sometimes we don't even know those people. These people that post some of these things, sometimes it takes courage, it takes a risk mentality for you to be able to push further to find out. I had earlier this morning, I had a call from a colleague, let me say my classmate, and he was like, I saw you online talking about opportunities, and then it got my attention that, look, this my friend has upgraded, and perhaps I need to talk to him. What is he doing differently? This was my roommate in school. We studied together, first degree together, okay? And he was like, if this guy can be talking like this online, it means he might have some kind of additional onion to his lifestyle. So perhaps let me talk to him. In fact, let me go further to say that he was in doubt that, is it really my guy? Of course, he saw me on the video. So this is what learning has done to me. Because of the caliber, because of the type of knowledge that I've decided to venture into learning, has taken me to where I am today. The same thing can happen to you. So you need to start talking to people, or you need to start connecting to where the actually applicable knowledge is. We are not saying you should not go to school. Please don't get me wrong. We are not saying you should not do your NYSC. We are not saying you should be discouraged about whatever you are studying in the school. But on top of it, you need additional knowledge, which is, of course, what I tell people in most cases is what we call financial literacy. Okay, that's another topic on its own. Of course, we are going to also make a series video on financial literacy, but today we are talking about opportunities and how you can actually recognize opportunities. So we say number one is learning. Learning, not just learning, but a valid knowledge that can help you. Okay, of course, we have several knowledge. What I'm doing now, a presentation online on how to teach others. So it means that online you have thousands of people who do these services, who provide these services free of charge. You go on YouTube, you go on Facebook, you go on all sorts of social media handles. What are you doing there? Are you just chatting, talking about babes, and vibing, just back up, just snap and post? Is that what you are doing? This Facebook you are seeing alone, for example, is capable of earning you millions and millions of naira. It's capable of providing you with huge amount of opportunities, huge amount of information, huge growth, wealth. But until you are able to recognize, until you are able to learn. Okay, let me give you an example. Earlier in my life, I think around 2018, I was in a platform where we have people that teach about what we call graphics, some little graphics, how to make use of apps like Pixel Lab, how to make use of apps like InShot and all that. But do you believe, as at that time I was very serious learning it, little did I know that today that InShot or that Pixel Lab or that little graphics knowledge that I've learned is now one of the things that helped me to work online very well. Even to package this presentation I'm doing right now to you, it helps me. So you need to just begin to learn some valuable knowledge around you. Don't be too arrogant and just too concentrated on learning just the courses from school. Most of these courses cannot actually make you wealth. That's the bitter truth that most of us are still here to accept. Okay, they cannot really make you what we call good wealth. If really they can make you, a lot of your lecturers who are teaching you this same knowledge would have been rich. Okay, that's the bitter truth. It's not as if they are not knowledgeable enough, but they don't have what we call financial knowledge attached to the kind of knowledge they have. Okay, so you must learn. If you must make it, if you must spot opportunities, you must dedicate your time to learning. How many books are you reading? What kind of books are you reading? It reminds me of seeing some people thinking that, they read all sorts of novels that are not even impactful. Of course, they are learning, but what are you learning? Question what you are learning. Question what you have been taught. Try to implement it. Challenge yourself. Okay? So that way, you are actually trying or kind of preparing yourself to be able to recognize opportunities when you see some. Okay? Now, the second aspect, the second point we are going to be talking about is in trying to recognize opportunities, of course, is try to, as much as possible, develop a mindset. Develop what? A mindset that is capable of recognizing opportunities. Now, let me ask you, how do you even think? What kind of thoughts do you usually have? What kind of people do you talk to every day? Because, like Dr. Stephen Akintayo said in one of his books, Billionaire Habit, if I can remember, he said habits determines your decision, and your decision determines your destiny.